Hello, ward choir friends. This is another video about how to improve ward choir, how to be a ward choir director and teach ward choir. And today I'm going to talk about teaching loft in the sound. I have 9 principles of ward choir vocal technique, and I compare each technique to a member of the Fellowship of the Ring because I love Lord of the Rings. Helps me get excited. And so for loft, well, it's obvious. Because in the Fellowship of the Ring, there's only one person who talks like this, and it would be Legolas. And he speaks with a very lofty, dignified sound. And that kind of sound is exactly what we need when we say loft. Loft is a lifting of the soft palate in the mouth in order to get a sound that is hooty and that is vibrant instead of a sound just like this, which is how we normally talk. But if I have a loft and a lifted soft palate, it sounds like this. In singing, this translates like so. Say I was singing Abide With Me. Just not doing anything with loft, but good breath would sound like this. Abide with me, fast falls the eventide. Now I'm going to try to not change anything except raising the soft palate, and then I'll explain how to do it. You can hear the difference in the sound. Abide with me, fast falls the eventide. All of your choir does that? Magic. So how to know if you're raising the soft palate? Well, if you take your tongue and you start here and slowly move it back on top of your tongue, you'll notice that it's hard. The ceiling is hard, and then at the back, the ceiling dips up and it gets softer. You can't really see it. You'll have to trust me and try it on your own. And way back there is the soft palate. Now, if you have your tongue back there, and just begin to do a sneeze or a yawn. A sneeze I've seen is pretty effective, and a yawn as long as you don't swallow it like that. But just start what would be a sneeze or a yawn. And if you have your tongue back there, not too far, you'll notice that that soft palate area will start raising up. And let's see if I can show you. So now, once it's raised, try saying something. Raised. Ah. Ah. If it's not raised, it's just like this. Ah. I'm going to go back and forth between raised soft palate and not raised and see if you can notice any difference. It might be slight, but again, you multiply that over a lot of choir members and it really makes a difference. So here are some vocal warm-ups that you can do to help singers find loft in the sound and raise their soft palate. I already mentioned the sneeze. Have them start a sneeze. It raises. You could have them start a yawn. You could ask them to imagine they're smelling a rose. Hold up the rose. You inhale through the nose. And that's raising the soft palate. You could also have them do what's called an imploded K. That is where you take the normal k sound, k, 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 and you make a k sound as you inhale. K, k, k. Make sure when they do this, they don't do Darth Vader inhalation like this. Go, go, go. Because that blocks the sound. Your tongue's back, and we don't want that. It's more like as you inhale. Now, have them do something like that and then have them sing some pitches. Sometimes what I'll do is I'll have them sing, I'll give you a pitch. You might have them do one of those techniques to raise the soft palate and then go on an E. E. I'm going to try to do it two ways. One without the soft palate raised and one with it raised. So this is just normal. You give them the pitch. Da. E. One, it's a little out of tune, and you'll notice that people that don't have loft in their sound are more out of tune because they're one, it's breath and loft just really help prepare a good sound. Second thing is it just doesn't sound very energetic and exciting because there again, your mouth isn't prepared for the space it needs to have a great ring in the sound. That also goes a bit with resonance, which we cover in another video. So now let me do it again without any lifted soft palate, and then I'll do it with lifted soft palate, and I'll do an imploded K this time. E. E. Now you can go higher and do different vowels, experiment. In general, my experience has been that the higher you go, we'll talk more about this with vowels, but the higher you go, you'll want to go more to ah. At least for females, I've seen that once you get higher, you don't want to be doing you want them to think more ah. Actually, this is very interesting. You can hear it pretty well with my falsetto, the difference between loft and not. Here's no loft. And here it is with loft. And I'll do a rose smelling this time. I mean, it's still a guy doing falsetto, but it sounds better to my ears. Now just last bit things, applying this to a real piece. Let's say you're doing, Come Come Ye Saints. Let's give you some pitches.